Hey everyone, how's it going? I hope you're doing well. I'm doing well because today we're talking about music. We're talking about the upcoming release from Stomper 98. This is coming out on Pirate Press Records on September 8th. I was given a review copy early, so thank you very much to the fantastic folks at Pirate Press. So Stomper 98, they are an Oi street punk band formed in 1998 in Gothenburg, Germany. Band I'd heard I've heard a little bit here and there from them before. So before listening to this, I went back and listened to a bunch more of their releases. Now, why? I mean, one, because it's good due diligence, but also this is the band's eighth album. It's their 25th anniversary, and it's a self-titled album. And whenever bands do that, whenever it's like, okay, we've been around for a while, and now we're putting out our self-titled, that means it's something special, right? And I think listening to what they've done before, this sounds like something special. I'll get into the band members and the tracks and all that in a sec, but really what stood out to me on first listen is just sort of the production. Like it just sounds really clean, really crisp, really fresh. Like it sounds important, which is really, really cool. All right, so 25th anniversary of the band, their eighth album, self-titled. What do they sound like? They're oi, they're street punk. They have a sax player as well. So there's a little bit of ska influence. That's sort of mentioned a lot in a lot of the promo you hear about the band and what people mention. There's a little bit of that. I would say they use the saxophone more like some of the groups like Peter and the Test Tube Babies or Downtown Boys, where the sax is certainly used and it's really present, but it's usually used more to sort of emphasize like a melody or a hook of some kind, less so to stand out in like a jazzier way. There's not going to be a lot of solos or anything going on for the sax, but it's really cool and it makes them stand apart a little bit more than other Oi bands. So who do you have in the band right now? So you have two founding members. You have Sebi on vocals and then Holgi on sax. On guitar, number one, you got Tommy Talks, who's been in the band since 2005. You have Silvio Transition, who's been in the band since 2020, and Stefan, who's on drums since 2020. And on guitar number two, you actually have Lars Fredriksson of Rancid fame, who's been in the band since 2018. So 2018 was when they did their last album, which he appeared on, um, and then again on this album. So, like I said, what do you have on this album? As someone who does not speak German, I can't speak incredibly strongly to what they're singing about. But given titles like Boots, Bier und Bomberjacken, Deutschland in Chaos, um, things like that, and kind of like reading more up about the band, what they typically sing about. Yeah, it's pretty standard oi street punk fare. The band has sort of had a bit of a history, unfortunately, like a lot of kind of oi bands with not white nationalism, that sounds bad, but like associating with some of those kinds of bands, and even though they distance themselves somewhat, um, to be like, yeah, that's old, that's not us anymore. Quite frequently within kind of oi circles, we see it here. There's sort of that not toxic masculinity, but maybe that's the best way to put it. But it's a scene that has a hard time sort of distinguishing itself. Especially kind of the lyrical content is usually full of sort of that machismo and bravado, and my hunch is you get some of that on here as well. Um, but the tracks are pretty cool. The first one that really stands out for me is the third track. I'm going to try and pronounce these song titles, so apologies to any German speakers. Where hatten die Fun in Wilterhawk? Yeah, it sounds German to me. I really like that one. Um, the first one where you actually get a bit of a reggae influence is pretty good too. Al gegen al, Jedder gegen Jeden. That could mean a lot of things. Maybe something about a guy named Al. Sure, why not? That's a good one too. And then I really like Alex Schatten der Nacht. That's a really good one too. Um, and actually the closer too, Achtunden Zung Nacht. I really like a lot of that. Actually, a lot of these tracks are really good standout tunes, and it's just fun. Oi, if you're into street punk, if you're into hearing like good quality hard rock with some sax involved, This is good, and it feels like the band kind of making a comeback in a way. Not that they went away, but it feels fresh. It feels deserving of that self-titled name. It feels deserving of celebrating their 25th anniversary. Um, so as I mentioned, this is coming out on Pirate Press Records, so I'm going to have a purchasing link down below in the description. Um, but I kind of want to tell people what this is available on. So it's on vinyl. They've got 700 pieces of a 12-inch black ice vinyl and then 300 pieces of a 12-inch black and silver Galaxy vinyl. That Galaxy vinyl looks real cool if you go to the purchasing link and take a look. It's really, really cool. That's what I would grab if you're a punk rock vinyl kind of person, kind of gal. But yeah, this is super cool. If you're into Oi, I think you got to check it out. It's the band's 25th anniversary. That's really cool. Bands don't. How many bands get to stick around for 25 years and still sound this relevant and fresh and upbeat and interesting? Not that many. So, yeah, you got to check them out. I'm going to check them out more, certainly. Um, but that's it today. So, September 8th is when this album comes out. Check it out. Check it out, please. And thank you so much. Have a great day. Bye.